What up, you guys? Mr. Money1235 here again, here for another review. Not a classic review this time, just a plain old review. DJ Shadow, Introducing. Now, I heard about this album a long time ago, but never really got around to really listening to it until just recently. And man, it's pretty cool, man. Look, I even fucking bought it. Like, I love it that much, you know. Like, it's just so cool, the music on this album. This is a lot different than what you think it is. You know, you would normally think DJ Shadow, oh, this must be like an electronic album or something. Yes, but at the same time, not really. It's way more drum and bass. I would have to say that. It's a lot more drum-oriented. Like I said, there's some parts of electronic music in there, but really, the majority of this album really comes in the break beats and the drum beats and all of that cool shit. There's also a fair amount of sampling going on this album, musically and mostly vocally. The first track on this album, for example, has a vocal sample from one of his interviews introducing DJ Shadow. It sounds like it's going to be like a really hyped up album, but then the first track starts. Building Steam with a Grain of Salt is the name of the track that really starts it off, with the first track just being a 45-minute intro. This album has a really haunting piano, a really nice kind of creepy vocal sample behind it, and this really sick drum beat. This track is about 7 minutes long, and it's pretty repetitive, but at the same time, it keeps you so engaged with the cool drum beats on this thing. I also love the use of piano in this track. I think it's really awesome. The number song, the next track on this album, is a huge favorite of mine as well. If you enjoyed the song Session off of Meteora, you're going to love this song. If you enjoy the crazy-ass drumming of Mute Math, you're going to enjoy this song. You might even enjoy this whole album, if you can get over the parts that get a little bit repetitive. I should have mentioned this before. There aren't really any lyrics on this album. It's all just a compilation of music and vocal samples from like interviews of him, other speeches and stuff like that. There's also a whole lot of interludes on this album, a whole lot like 1,000 Suns had from Linkin Park. So musically, this thing stays pretty consistent with the cool drum beats. But it does it in such an interesting way, and I cannot explain it to you. The musical melodies on each of these songs really differentiate one from the other, and it works perfectly. You really have to hear this album for yourself. A few other favorites of mine on this album are Stem, Long Stem, Mutual Slump, Midnight in a Perfect World, and then the two parts, What Does Your Soul Look Like, parts 1 and 2. I highly suggest that you check this album out. This album is perfect for just chilling, going on a road trip too. It's really good backing music for any occasion. So check this shit out. Mr. Money1235. See you guys later.